Sorry guys, in the last video, since I've uploaded a couple, this last story might have to go into 2 parts. Don't worry, nothing bad. Hey, yeah, and she just wanted to know what would have happened if that was a real baby. Okay, let's do this. Sorry about the long intro.
Number 1. My parents and I lived in a very quiet and calm neighbourhood. Nothing ever really happened there besides the occasional birthday parties and similar stuff. I was 4 years old, and where we lived, there were 4 lines of houses built in the form of a square. Each corner of the square had an opening to get into your house, as all the doors were facing inwards. My family and I didn't get to do a lot, as both my parents were constantly busy working. In the middle of the square, there was a smaller playground, where I spent most of my time whilst my grandmother, who always watched me when my parents worked, she was cooking, cleaning, or just relaxing in our yard. This one day, in the playground, a boy named Nathan walked up to me and started talking. Us both being very young, we didn't know what the meaning of shy was, so we got along great instantly and started playing with each other, like kids do. We played for a few hours until my grandmother caught me saying it was dinner time, so I said goodbye and ran home. The same night, at around 8 or 9 p.m. I'd guess, which is pretty late for 4-year-olds, the doorbell rang, and my mum opened, but no one was there. We didn't think much of it. It was probably just a typical prankster or something. So we all went back to bed, and the next day I went to the playground as usual, and I bumped into Nathan again immediately. I got excited as, well, I didn't have a lot of friends, and those I did lived a fair bit away. We played as usual, and when the evening came, I asked Nathan if he'd like to play at my house, and without hesitation he agreed, which I found pretty odd, as I'd always have to ask my parents' permission before just running home to someone, but I didn't complain. Having a friend was fun. Nathan and I played for a few hours, and I decided to ask him if he wanted to spend the night and have a sleepover, and once again, without hesitation, he agreed. I asked my parents, and they looked at me weirdly, and then just agreed to having Nathan over for the night. I had obviously had dinner by this time, but I'd also noticed that Nathan hadn't had anything today, no lunch, and when I asked if he wanted dinner, he politely declined, stating that he wasn't hungry, which I found hard to believe. We spent the night messing around, being kids and enjoying ourselves, and strangely, our friendship continued like this for about a year, and my parents would always give me a weird look whenever I asked if Nathan could stay for the night. Sometimes Nathan had nightmares too, it seemed, as he'd start screaming, mumbling, rolling around, or just laying staring at the ceiling, which I could see next to the room. It creeped me out to the point where I started to go to my parents' room each time to sleep in their bed. Nathan never complained, I never asked him about it, because I thought it would be kind of weird to do so. Then, one night, everything changed. For once, we were all at home alone. No Nathan, no relatives, nothing. I went to bed, thought we would be awoken by my father, who would drag me out of the house. I was terrified and half asleep. I had no reason to be terrified, because he was carrying me to the car to drop me from my grandmother's house, as my mother was going to give birth to my sister in the morning. He carried me so my head was on his shoulder. I could see behind us. I saw something sitting on the staircase behind us. I thought it was Nathan. He had a kind of dead look on his face, and no emotion whatsoever. I obviously got scared, didn't think too much of it, and the next day I ignored it, thinking I was sleepy when I saw it. I didn't see much of Nathan after that, and we didn't really play anymore. But weirdly, sometimes I saw him in one of the corners of the square, just staring at me.